We're joined now by ASEE CEO Jacqueline El-Sayed. Thanks so much for taking the time in your busy schedule to join us today.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, important question, what are your top priorities for the year ahead?
My top goals are to continue to stabilize our headquarters and organizations and really build a culture of collaboration. Also, I want to continue to build our opportunities for engagement of our members and the engineering education community at large, beyond just our conferences, but really throughout the entire year. And I plan to launch a listening tour in order to be able, as a new CEO, really to be able to really, even though I've been a member for years, really be able to understand what is the most relevant to our members and what are their needs, and be able to then design opportunities for them.
And the nation, the country, we're facing a shortage of engineers. What is ASEE doing to build up numbers, build up enrollment?
So there's enrollment, there's retention, and there's completion. So for example, in enrollment, we have members who are in the P12 educational space who are really working in collaboration with colleges. I chair actually the Engineering Society Education Roundtable, and we work on letting students know how they can get involved in engineering education and how there's a place for them, and really make them demystify engineering. And we also work with the educators in higher ed to make sure that they have the best practices for retaining students, and then also with industry, so then we can have a seamless transition from education into their jobs.
Obviously, technology, engineering is changing constantly all the time in the world that we live in. What is ASEE doing to help educators and students adapt to that?
So if you think about the past, the ever-changing world of technology and industry, we really have to be able to listen to our industry partners. So we convene the Corporate Members Council, which has a plethora of individuals from industry who can provide that, what is actually happening in industry, that then communicates with our Engineering Deans Council, which is the super majority of our engineering deans who really work on the infrastructure. And the vast majority of our members are educators in the field. And so then they work on best practices, both curricular and co-curricular, to be able to integrate technology into their education, but also do it in a way that students are also changing, right? How they can best learn.
So one of the things that we've heard a lot from people attending the conference is the relationships. That's the best thing. You get to see people that you haven't seen in a while. So how do you continue to build that community amongst students, educators? You have a lot of people coming to these things.
Yeah, so we have many different conferences throughout the year. We also have intentional communities of practice that we build and convene both virtually and in person, so that people can network and learn from each other. We have our publications where, and also our data resources, which really help with providing data-driven and research-based practices. And then we're really involved also in thought leadership in order to really look at, in the future, what should engineering education look like, so that all of us can work together to integrate it into our curricula and our experiential learning and our co-curricula in a way that today's students can really learn the best way.
Perfect. Jacqueline El-Sayed, CEO of ASEE, thanks so much for taking the time to join us in your busy schedule today.
Thanks so much.